Hey guys, it is Bryden here, and welcome back to our Carlisle United series. This is episode 9, and today's episode we have 3 games for you guys, starting off with a game against Preston North End, the top team in the league, so tough matchup there. Then we'll move on to a game against Bournemouth, and finish up the episode with one more game on top of that too. So tough matchups for us to have here. We have that FA Cup tie against Bournemouth, so we really want to do good in that one as well. So interesting matchups for us to have here, and we're getting into later parts of the year, so we're getting closer to the January transfer window as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that too, but we'll start off this episode against the top team in the league. It's really been interesting actually because of the fact that we've had these top sides, these teams doing really well, but it has kind of switched around. No team has really taken the league by storm. No team has really put out a solid record. It's very been a back and forth situation where sides are doing well, but not every team is getting the wins in a row. They're getting a lot of drop points, which has really given us the opportunity to stay there closer to the top and keep ourselves in contention for even winning the league possibly. As you can see though, the game does not start off well in our favor as we give up that goal there, so we're down 1-0 to Preston. And at this point, really trying to get back in this one, because one of the things I really look at whenever you're playing a top side is if you can at least get a draw of the game, then you stop them from getting points as well. So that was really the goal of this one, is to not give up the 3 points to Preston. And after that goal, we tried to furiously get back into this one. We got a couple good opportunities there, and McGovern's able to take the corner here. We get a chance, and it falls to Murphy here, who's one of our center backs, but he actually takes a nice long shot here, puts it in the net, and there's our goal to tie the game up right at halftime. So a good goal by him, and that's able to continue our chances of possibly getting a draw out of this game. While the second half's ending though, I wanted to talk a little bit about transfers, because we are getting closer to that time of year with the January transfer window. We're not going to have that much money to spend, and I really want to get your guys' opinions on what we should do with the team, because you know, we have holes in the side, we have good players too, and you know, there's some interesting situations that we're going to have coming up in the future. Is that, you know, Biddencourt and Redmond are not our actual own players, they are on loan. So do we save our money to try and bring in Redmond after the season is finished, or do we try and bring someone in the transfer window, or do we even go for a loan potentially? I want to get your guys' opinions on what we should do, and really the big focus for us here is going to be the FA Cup, because the FA Cup is going to give us some extra funds, which we direly need at this point. So if we can get some extra money, that's going to really help us out. But I want to know what you guys think regarding that, because it's going to be a tough decision for us, obviously, because we're going to have to figure out what we really want to do with this side. And, you know, if we do get the promotion that we were looking for to the championship, we will get a little bit of a windfall of money from that. But at the same time as well, it's not going to be a massive amount, and we really have to figure out how we're going to spend our money going ahead. And should we kind of, you know, build ourselves up in the January transfer window to help us possibly get to the championship, or should we, you know, hold our money, be positive, think that we can already do it as is, and then save that money to bring in some better players when we get to the point at the end of the season? Let me know in the comments below regarding that, because that's something I'm kind of working on right now, and I'm not too sure what we should do exactly, and I want to hear your opinions on that going forward. As you can see, we get the 2-1 win though against Preston, which was a great result for us, as we're able to leapfrog them down the table, which is definitely going to help us going ahead here. Moving on though, we have our game in the FA Cup against Bournemouth, so the challenger we're talking about. And we get the extra funds for winning each time in the FA Cup. So, you know, the goal is going to be how far can we possibly go with this. And with our, you know, failed results essentially in the other competitions, the cup competitions, this is our last chance to see if we can do anything good in the cup competitions this year. Now, the interesting part about this game though is that we're actually playing in the snow, which I believe is the first time for us playing in the snow in this career mode. And the reason why I'm saying I believe this is the first time is because after this game, or after you know, a little bit here, we start playing in the snow a lot. So stay tuned for a lot of games in the snow. It seems like Carlisle is a cold place, but it's really interesting because I haven't seen that. Like, I've usually seen in the past, maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 times a year games played in the snow. But playing through this career mode, I haven't gone too far ahead, but still it's interesting to see that. I think I've played 4 or 5 games in the snow so far as Carlisle, and they've all been at home, so a little bit of a cold spell going on there, but it's really interesting to see that, because it's a completely different game when you play in the snow, and we've actually been doing alright in the snow, which is a good thing, I guess I gotta say. You know, the rain might be my negative, clear weather might be my favorite, but snow is definitely not a bad thing for us. And in this game, we started off though, it's a little bit of a foreign entity, as I haven't experienced it as of yet playing in FIFA 13. So we started this game, we're doing alright, but really Bournemouth are getting a lot of the opportunities. We do get a chance there, but they're kind of shredding us apart a little bit. There's a good save by Butland there to keep us still in this game tied. But they get a chance here once again, a shot and a nice save there too. So going into the second half, we kind of have to settle our defense down a little bit, because really Bournemouth were doing a good job in this one to kind of get into our zone, take the shots that they wanted to, and luckily for us, Butland was on his game to keep this game at a tie. You can see from there the possession was really not in our favor either. We're down to only 42%. But yeah, at the same time too, it wasn't bad. We were doing all right. We had some opportunities there, you could see, and we were still in this game, which was the important part, because in both games we played in previous cup competitions, we went into it trying to do well, and quite early on in both those circumstances, we kind of got behind the 8-ball, which was not what we wanted to do, and that led to us being down and out. And here was a chance for Bournemouth. Probably should have been a penalty. We take him down in the box, but no call made, and Butland's able to cover that one up there. In the 90th minute, though, of only 1 minute of extra time, they're able to get a goal there. It is a 1-0 game, and at this point, this is the one Hail Mary chance that we have as we put it up the field. We have a chance here. Loy actually gets a ball stripped from him, but luckily it goes to Robson. He's able to bring the ball in, gets it back to Loy. He cuts back, takes the shot, goes through the player there, and gets in the net. And really lucky there is we're just able to hold on at this point, get the goal there. That's a 1-1 game, so we're going to have to do a replay, but it's going to be a chance for us to get back, chance for us to see if we can get the win at home, I believe. So, yeah, a tough game for us there. We nearly lost it, pulled out in the end just barely, but overall very happy with our boys that we're actually able to hold on at this point and not give up another cup tie situation there. So, not the win we're looking for, and we're going to have to play another game. You guys are going to have to see Bournemouth once again in the FA Cup, but definitely that's better than going out once again in another draw. So, moving on, though, we have one more game here in this episode, and at the end of the episode too, I've got the calendar, actually not the calendar, but the standings for you guys. I've also got the League Cup, so you guys know what's going on in the League Cup. The semi-finals, I believe, are coming up pretty soon, and then we also have the squad report for our team. So lots of info there. The shares, we haven't really done anything in a while regarding that, but I'll give you guys a look into what's going on with those, and also I'll show off the J-Paint trophy when it's a little bit deeper into that one as well. Here we are, though, playing against Tranmere Rovers, one of the lower teams in the league. We're at home in this one, and we're playing once again in the snow. So, as I said, the snow starts falling, and we don't really stop playing in the snow for a while here. I haven't really talked much about injuries and whatnot in this series, but both Miller and Madden, probably our best strikers on the team, have been out with injury for about 3 weeks or so. So we've been kind of struggling with that fact, and Anthony Giresse has been very solid for us, but at the same time too, really he isn't a starter at this point, even for us. He does get the goal here, and it's really interesting. I don't show the instant replay on this, but they call it an own goal. It's almost like he got choked up on the play. The ball kind of just still went off his leg, and it bounced into the net. So a lucky one there for us early on this one. But we keep it going here as Chandler brings the ball over to Loy. He takes a one-time shot there, puts it in the corner, and we're actually up 2-0 in this game 10 minutes in, which is a great start for us here. But jumping back to the actual squads that we've been choosing and whatnot because of injuries. Up front, we've had also a couple lone players go back, so it's been a little bit of a struggle there. We've had to use Beck, Loy, and Giresse as our main guys. And that's worked all right, but it has also kind of failed us at other points too, because they're really not that experienced. Here's a great chance for us at the 33rd minute. The ball flying around there, plenty of opportunities to put in the net, just not able to get that one done. But besides from that too, we've really been rotating, from time to time, just trying to see who really works for us. Because we have Ballin as our main defensive midfielder, and then Bittencourt as our main attacking midfielder. But I've also been giving Barrett and Noble chances to play too, because they're not bad midfielders as well, and they can play either of those roles if needed. So we've been trying to give them shots too. Really, the back end's kind of been staying as is, because we really don't have that many options on it. Potts has been playing most of his games because he's really the one bright spot. Most of the other guys are older guys that are not going to be around for too long. So it's kind of been one of those things for the back end that we've just been making do essentially with what we have there. Then we have Redmond, who's probably our best player on the team on the wings there, making great opportunities from that spot. And then McGovern's been the other really solid player there too. But Chandler's been doing well as well. So those guys rotating around, then Walsh getting in there too. So really, I've kind of been playing the team, with a bit of a squad rotation side, or keeping the main guys in most times rather than not, and then trying to mix it up every once in a while. So then 90th minute here, they get one more chance at the end of the game, and unfortunately for us, this one really should have been an own goal because it deflects off our player. Kind of interesting, but still it's a goal that Butland really couldn't have saved there. So We'll take the win, even though we probably should have scored more goals, probably should have won the game a little bit more handedly. But we still get the win, guys, and this win actually puts us at the top of the table, so a great result for us there, and really happy with the boys. They've been doing a good job as of late. But next episode, you guys can stay tuned for a game against Bournemouth and our FA Cup replay there. Very important there. Besides from that, though, guys, this is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed. And as I said, we got the standings there. We got the League Cup for you as well. And we also got the squad report, so you guys can check that all out. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and stay tuned for more Carlisle United in the future. Thanks, guys, for watching.
So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Carlisle United with 41 points. In second, Coventry City with 39 points. In third, Preston North End with 39 points. In fourth, Sheffield United with 39 points. In fifth, Swindon Town with 38 points. In sixth, Milton Keynes Dons with 36 points. In seventh, Scunthorpe United with 36 points. In eighth, Bournemouth with 34 points. Bottom of the table, Crewe Alexandra with 4 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Brentford with 16 points. Third bottom, Tranmere Rovers with 19 points. Fourth bottom, Shrewsbury Town with 21 points. Fifth bottom, Walsall with 22 points.